Hey, what's up, people? Hey, man, just sitting here watching this ex-president. I, I I hate to even call him that because it's actually embarrassing, but ex-president Trump. And I'm watching his speech from I guess yesterday after the indictment. Hey, man, this dude is cuckoo for cocoa puffs. Like seriously, I don't know if you ever get a chance. Y'all probably don't even watch this kind of stuff anymore just because it's a headache. But I watch Fox News and these kind of places all the time, and uh, the craziness that they say on here is almost unbelievable. To almost. I mean, I know they're capable, but the stuff that they say and the claims they make are just amazing. And on top of the fact that this dude, I'm gonna watch this little part right here. Um, this dude's still talking about the election from 2020 and 2016. It is 2023, and this dude is still stuck on that same lie that everybody also knows that's a lie now. Like Fox News just got hit for like $1 billion over lies, and this dude's still saying the same lie, which blows my mind. But what amazes me also about these speeches is this dude says the same thing every time. Like if you watch his speech from last year or the year before that or the year before that, he essentially is saying the same exact thing. He hasn't changed. So I don't know who his speechwriter is, but man, they got to have the cakiest, easiest job in America because they do. Here, take this one. Hey, we do another speech tomorrow. Take the same sheet. Just keep taking the same sheet for 5 years. That thing probably all ripped up, and who knows what that should look like, paper mache. But listen to this cat still talking about the election, man.
There'd be no indictment.
He's saying that
If I was losing,
if he was
winning
losing
by a lot against the Democrats, if I were losing, they're the party of disinformation.
They're the
They
party.
say, oh, we want to run against Trump. We want to run.
Trump
so
can't win a national election. He's gonna win the Republican shit because it's a cult.
Time, and then we did better the second time than we did the.
Trump is gonna win the Republican Party deal just because it's a cult. I mean, it's a cult. I mean, if you've heard of Jim Jones, this is Jamestown. You're just watching it on a humongous American scale, but for the most part, um, it's a cult, man. And it's crazy to say that in America because you would think that there's enough smart people here or people that could kind of see the grift and the scams, but man, this guy, Jim Jones, is applauding him in his grave on how to run a cult completely. It is outrageous. But listen to this.
First time we won by many millions of more votes, much better.
He lost by 7 million votes.
Close. We got the most votes ever in the history of our country. Yes. And today we're more popular.
Now, again, another lie. He got the most votes in the history of the country, which is not true. He just says stuff and they cheer. Them fucking disgusting ass scumbags at the bottom in the stands, low information, non-educated ass people, they just clap for shit. They don't recognize it. They don't look it up. They don't research it. They don't question it. They just, whatever he says goes, man. It's amazing.
Than we were in 2020. We're going to get numbers that are absolutely incredible.
No, you're losing votes, actually.
Federal law enforcement.
Your cold is getting bigger.
Should never have been involved in this matter, but they got involved.
Not enough people.
And we just can't let that happen. They got involved with Twitter. They got involved with Facebook.
Just making shit up.
It made maybe a 17-point difference.
And I'm going to go to another part. Just listen to this cat.
And lose Georgia just by a tiny little bit, So you got to watch that. You got to watch it. We're all going to be watching. And as president, all of my documents fell under what is known as the Presidential Records Act, which is not at all a criminal act.
As president.
Everything. It's all judged by the Presidential Records Act.
So you don't have the same
cover. In this
cover.
whole fake indictment, they don't even once mention the Presidential Records Act, which is really the ruling act.
Guilty on all counts.
Like
he is completely guilty.
Use something called the Espionage Act. Doesn't that sound terrible? Oh, espionage.
Listen to this dummy. Listen to this dummy.
The espionage.
He says he had a box of classified documents. A box. If you watch the news for the last 2 days, that dude had boxes in the restrooms, in a ballroom, in his bedroom, in the closet, in the storage outside. I mean, just boxes and boxes and boxes. This fool says I had a box. He just blatantly lies like I've never seen before in my life. I've never seen someone lie like this guy. It's like he's breathing. If he's breathing and talking, it's a lie. 95% time, it's a lie. Unless he tells you I'm a white old man. Other than that, he's a lying ass sack of shit. Listen to this fool, man.
The Espionage Act of 1917, I think it was put in there about World War I boxes. And by the way, Biden's got 1,850 boxes.
Listen
He's
to
got
this story,
boxes
man.
in Chinatown, D.C. He's got boxes all over the place. He doesn't know what the hell to do with them. And he's fighting them on the boxes. He doesn't want to give the boxes.
Now that's a blatant lie. This is what I mean by if you don't research and you just take whatever word he says at face value, you're just going to find yourself being constantly lied to. Because this dude Biden literally turned them in the day that they found out that they had him. Like literally the day. So when he talks about why they're not investigating him like that, he turned the documents in already. Like, what is that now? You can find out if there's something nefarious going on, of course. And I'm not one of these people that says, if it's a Democrat, let him go. No. If Biden did something wrong and did some criminal act like this guy did, I have no problem with Biden getting arrested too. I don't really care because I don't have that kind of allegiance or cult following for Biden or Obama or any other president that I voted for. So if Biden did something wrong, man, prosecute him, no doubt. The problem with the Republicans is no matter what Trump does, I think Trump could sleep with one of them dudes' wives. And he might even kill one of their kids. They're going to still vote for him. They're going to still support him. It is that sick. If one of them dudes in that crowd, if Trump said, let me sleep with your wife, I guarantee you 90% of those men in that stands right now would let Trump sleep with their wife. Guaranteed. 90%. And that's not hyperbole. There's 10% of those dudes in that scumbag ass crowd. 10% of those guys would not let Trump sleep with his wife. But 90%, I can almost guarantee he will let them sleep with his wife. Guaranteed. Because them people crazy, man. They'll let Trump do anything. They're amazing.
And then they say Trump is obstruction.
He says now Biden is fighting against the
no, it's a sad,
narrative. That's just so lie. It's such a lie.
I said,
it's just such a lie.
Last night
man.
I said that our country has tears because of what's happening. We have fake elections. We have no borders.
Oh.
We have inflation. We have everything. It's just going wrong. There's never been anything like it in the history of our country. We've never done like this. And the division is so bad because what they do is so bad. And our people are angry.
The division because of Republicans. If Republicans would just be non-hypocritical, if they would say, hey, if Trump does something, investigate it, and if it comes out everything's fine, then fine. But they don't say that. Anything that Trump does, literally anything he does, is always a witch hunt. Or they hate me. Or they trying to stop me from running for president. But it's never him taking ownership of anything. Anything he does, it just doesn't matter. If he lies about this, it's a witch hunt. If he lies about a hurricane hitting Georgia, then he lied about that. If he lied about, it's just constant, man. It is absolute. It's ridiculous.
And they just keep doing it. And sometimes you need strength. You have to have strength, more than just normal strength.
He's calling y'all to fight, by the way. He's calling the Republicans to fight
because we're not going to have a country
do some other January 6th.
Remember, I used to campaign, and I'd say that we're going to end up being Venezuela on steroids, and that's exactly what's happening to our country.
Yes, we're worse than Venezuela. We're worse than Venezuela. We're poor. Those people from Venezuela are leaving Venezuela to come to Venezuela.
Great. Now that's not as good as MAGA. MAGA's MAGA, right? MAGA.
See? Like children. Listen to the cult. Listen to the cult.
And keep America great is
They're like children, man. Being taught by some old man cult member that's probably going to fuck them when they get home.
America great because our country is not great. We're laughed at all over the world.
They're all about these names and these. It's like WWE, essentially, in a presidential race. It's WWE. This dude wants to make nicknames for people. Roddy Piper and blah, blah, blah. Like, These people are fucking ridiculous, man.
We're no longer respected. 3 years ago, we were respected.
Yeah.
Like
3 years ago,
our
we were
country has
respected
never
by the
been
country.
respected
When all those
before.
world leaders were laughing at him at
They
the
also
damn
don't mention the defining
G7.
lawsuit that was
Just-
brought against Bill Clinton, and it was lost by the government.
I don't know how you.
Them on a truck, but they were literally sitting outside of the White House, waiting for a truck to come. Then the truck
explaining
come.
his-
It was
his
there for a
documents.
long time, and they put it in, and they brought it down to Florida, and they make it sound like it's a big. If that's a spy operation or if that's something bad, we did a very poor job. I will tell you.
Now, I'm going to end it with that because this was stupid. But explaining some of what's actually going on. Trump took a ton of boxes down to Mar-a-Lago. And in the meantime, for the last 2 years, he has been fighting, like he was saying about Biden fighting Nara about giving the documents back. Well, that's this fool. He's actually been fighting them for the last 2 years about giving them back. In the meantime, this dude has lied about whether he had the documents. Then he said, I do have the documents, but because I was president, I could declassify them. Even if I thought about them in my head. If I just thought about it in my head, I could declassify them. So then it went from, I don't have them, to I do have them, but they're actually mine. And now it is, well, Biden has them and he's fighting against it and he stole them. And meantime, this guy has been moving these documents when he got subpoenaed. There's another guy that's been indicted in this claim. I can't remember his name right now. But he's being indicted in this because he was the guy moving the boxes on multiple occasions. Then last week they had a report about them flooding the security room where all the videos and shit are. And all of a sudden the pool just overflows into this room. Lied to his lawyers about whether he had documents or not. They signed a little sheet, a little paper that says that they've given all the sheets back, which has now gotten those lawyers into trouble. The indictment comes out yesterday, a day from yesterday, and 2 of his lawyers either quit or got fired the same day. Other lawyers have now been questioned, been called into the grand jury to testify about what he has told them, even beyond the lawyer-client privilege deal, because they can't hide a crime. Like he can tell them about a crime he's done, but then he can't put them in the crime also. So there's a crime fraud exemption. And this fool here, this guy here, is in the crime fraud exception. This dude lied to his lawyers. It made his lawyers lie. I mean, it's just, and he tries to claim that that's what Biden is doing, which is just absolute nonsense, craziness, lies. And and there's still 70 million people that are going to vote for this absolute maniac. So I don't know, America, we as an American little public thing, we're crazy, man. We have really lost our minds. If we are still going to try to support this guy, any of us, we got some problems, man. Because once Trump goes away, once he loses this time, because he's going to lose, that they can't win. Because he's not gaining voters. He's gaining crazies, like his crazies in that little crazy box. They're going to be there. And they're not multiplying like that. Them kids not going to be 18 years old to vote. So even if they have kids, don't matter. You're not multiplying your base. You're shrinking all the independents who now realize what a criminal you are and how absolute bullshit crazy you and your supporters are. And so I'm hoping, America, if you are somewhat right with the world, you can't possibly vote this guy in again. I don't give a shit how bad. You can claim Biden is doing blah, 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 whatever. It can't be this. Cannot be this. So, hey, man, lock this orange fool up before he destroys this country. But if he does get back in office, your boy out, man. Thailand, here I come. Because I'll be damned if I sit in another country or a country with this guy as the leader. I absolutely refuse. Refuse. So, if he gets into 24, your boy's out in 24. Period. But other than that, come on, man. Come on, y'all. We got to be better. We got to be better than this guy. America can't be this bad. Now, I think we got 2 Americans running for president that are basically leaders. And they both like almost 80 years old. Old as shit, white as shit. You got to have somebody better. And I don't care if they're other younger white people. I don't care who it is, what race it is. It doesn't matter to me. But we got to have younger people than these old fogies that are just, this guy's crazy. Biden almost senile, but still doing a good job as far as I'm concerned. But this guy, whoo-wee, no, sir. America, vote wisely, man. Vote, absolutely vote wisely. Do not, this cult, got to stop. But until next time, man, be safe out there.